Alright guys, I am back with another movie review today, and I just got back from watching That's My Boy with Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg. It is rated R, and this movie is better than I thought it would be. I thought it was just a little too long. It's like 2 hours long, and I don't think it has enough funny stuff to warrant going to the theater to watch this. I think it's better to just watch it on DVD, just to rent this movie. It had some good jokes here and there, but there were other times where there was just really cheesy jokes. I think there was a scene where Andy Samberg says something like "she bangs," and Adam Sandler says, "Is she still living La Vida Loca," or something like that, and it was just nothing. And there was a few jokes like that. There were scenes where Andy Samberg was doing really well, and then Adam Sandler would come in and it would just bring the entire scene down. The entire movie, he talks with like this Boston, over-exaggerated Boston accent, like Peter Griffin from Family Guy almost, and it was just way too much. He was a little bit better later on in the movie, but in the first part, it's just typical Adam Sandler stuff here. I have to say that even though I was a fan of Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, like pretty much everybody else, I thought he was okay. Waterboy, alright. Big Daddy. But Adam Sandler I think The Zohan was a good movie, but besides that one movie, everything else he's done has been just kind of annoying to me. I just think that he makes these movies and he kind of just puts himself over, if that makes any sense. He always plays like the rich, successful Mr. Deeds. He's the lovable billionaire with a heart of gold. And then in Grown Ups, he has his friends come, David Spade, Rob Schneider, all those guys are in the movie, and he kind of treats them like crap. Like, makes fun of them the whole time, and he's the successful agent. He's playing the basketball game at the end of Grown Ups, and he's shooting the basketball, and of course he's the best basketball player they've ever seen. He makes the shot, and he could win the game, but he decides to let them have it because they need it. It means more to them. Just crap like that. Adam Sandler comes across to me as a guy who, I'm going to have to reference pro wrestling here for a little bit. He's like a guy who, if he owned his own wrestling company, he would be the champion. He would put the belt on himself. And that's what he comes across to me as. He just always makes himself look like the best guy ever. And even in this movie, it's about a guy who, as a kid, when he's like 13, he has an affair with his teacher. They have a kid, Andy Samberg, and he comes back to raise the kid even though he's a screw-up. But despite all of that, he's just so damn lovable that the teacher couldn't resist having sex with a young Adam Sandler. And then throughout the movie, all the girls love him. And I mean, that's this movie. It feels like it's always the same routine with him. He's always going to be the star. He's always going to be putting himself over through the movie. And I don't know, it comes across as really annoying. So, I went into this movie and I was expecting something like that, and of course we got it. But I have to say that the movie did have some funny parts, but 2 hours, there was just not enough funny parts. It's way too long. They dragged this crap out. And because of that, I would definitely watch it on DVD in the comfort of your own home, just because I think that's a better environment for a movie like this. The theater didn't really add anything to it like a big action movie would. So, yeah, That's My Boy. I guess there's not really a lot I can spoil to walk through this movie, but I guess I'll try. So there will be spoilers from this point forward. The movie starts off with him as a kid. He has sex with his teacher. He has his son, Andy Samberg. And then he owes the IRS, when he's an adult, like $40,000. He's got to get the money. The only way he can get it is to have a reality show of a reunion between him, the teacher, and his son. So he goes to his son, who's getting married, who's actually made a successful life for himself, despite all the horrible stuff that happened while he was growing up, like being raised by someone so young who let him eat candy and all types of stuff. So he ended up getting diabetes and having to lose all this weight. And he just basically brought himself up and made a life for himself. So here comes Adam Sandler, who named him Han Solo, which was actually funny. And it's just all types of crazy stuff. Andy Samberg has like the New Kids on the Block tattoo because he got when he was in 3rd grade. And there was a few, comedic moments in the movie. But yeah, Adam Sandler just, for the first half, would just bring scenes down. Like, it would be funny stuff, and then he'd come in with that ridiculous accent and just make everything stupid with bad jokes. And Vanilla Ice is in this movie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess what happens is, it turns out that Andy Samberg's wife is really a bad person. She's been having an affair with her brother. Adam Sandler tries to tell Andy this so he doesn't marry her. But she offers him money to not tell him, and then he realizes he can't just take the money. He's got to do the right thing and tell his son. And another thing was the theater was completely empty for this. I think there was 8 of us, counting myself and the other person I saw it with. So there was like 8 of us in the theater. And I mean, I'm sure it's going to do okay, but it's just a... I don't know. It's really hard to explain just like my complete thoughts on this. Like I said, I would just wait for the DVD. I think that if you're going to watch a movie, you probably have a better choice going with something else, because if you have to go see a movie at the theater, I don't think this one's worth sitting there for 2 hours. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But it was down to this or Rock of Ages, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to watch a musical with Tom Cruise. No way. So I figured I'd go with this one, and it was alright. I enjoyed it for the most part, but definitely didn't leave the theater like, oh my god, that was amazing. So yeah, that's really it. That's my boy. I mean, it's full of funny moments and 80s references the whole way through, so I can't really do like a typical walkthrough like I would, because there's just so much ridiculous stuff that happens, and that's what it is all about. Him, his son getting married, he comes in, he's himself, he's the screw up, he causes problems, he's the black sheep. Andy Samberg tries to hide it from everyone, then they all find out, and it's very predictable, but it had some funny parts. So I guess that's it's not that bad. If you got it at a Redbox or something, then you'd probably be good to go. But yeah, so that's my review of That's My Boy. I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this movie in the comments below, and thanks for watching.